Good evening. I am Mark Novitsky, a board member at MSS and president of Premier Banks, tonight's presenting sponsor for Celebrate. Welcome and thank you for joining us this evening. Due to the pandemic, MSS, like many other charities across the country, have had to go to a virtual event rather than an in-person fundraising party. While we will miss seeing everyone in person, safety must come first. Let's pause for a moment. What has the pandemic meant to you? Now look at the situation from the eyes of our participants. MSS is their go-to place. Our employees are their caregivers, their teachers, their friends, and their lives. Then it all stopped in March. MSS creates opportunity for people, opportunities to try new things, to work, to create art, to live the lives they choose, lead full lives with meaningful connections to their communities. I cannot think of a place I'd rather have a loved one attend than MSS. Now let's give thanks to this evening's sponsors. Linda Harmon and Colleen Hartman from Harmon and Hartman Financial Services. The family of David Rosenblum. David was a beloved participant in our Apple Valley Center. While David is no longer with us, his family is committed to supporting people with disabilities and ensuring David's legacy lives on. All of our other sponsors are appearing on your screens throughout the evening. They are valued partners who work with us to create a welcoming community for everyone. As presidents of Premier Banks, my mentor and I, Jack Hillstrom, have created a 4-decade relationship with MSS. I hope you all will be inspired tonight to support MSS now and in the future, and please remember to bid generously on our great auction items available this evening. Now I would like to introduce the next speaker. Over the many years I have known Julie Johnson, I have been impressed with her dedication to the more than 600 people she and MSS serve on a daily basis. She has spent her entire career at MSS making a positive impact on the lives of people with disabilities and helping to ensure our community is richer through inclusion. She is a respected leader in her field, an innovative thinker, and dedicated to making a better community for everyone. President and CEO, Julie Johnson.
Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us here this evening to celebrate 71 years of providing services and supports to people with disabilities. We hope that everyone is healthy during this challenging time. Some of you may know us well, and others may be new to MSS. We hope that everyone enjoys the evening, learns a little bit more about the work that we do, and feels inspired to support people with disabilities living community-connected and engaged lives. Hopefully you had the opportunity to see the Celebrate signature appetizer and drink creations on social media and shared during tonight's pre-show. Thank you to Studio Distilling for helping us set the stage for a festive evening. While we were not able to gather in person, this virtual gala is a great opportunity to celebrate the work that we have done and generate financial resources so that we can continue to adapt to the changing landscape and provide services and supports well into the future. MSS works each day to assist people to engage more deeply in their communities, work on increasing their independence, learn self-advocacy skills, express themselves through the arts, build the necessary skills to join the workforce. We provide innovative and individualized services geared towards the specific aspirations of each person that we support. Most importantly, we empower people to live the life that they choose by developing partnerships built on collaboration and community engagement. At MSS, we've always been innovative in our approach, but this year has challenged us like no other. When the pandemic forced all 6 of our centers to close in March, we knew that the people we serve each day would still need our support. Our dedicated staff reached out to everyone to make sure that they were healthy and began delivering supplies when needed. We are driven by our mission, even though at that time, day and employment providers like MSS were only reimbursed for services when they were delivered in person. We delivered tablets so that we could connect with people virtually. This pandemic has disproportionately impacted people with disabilities, and these efforts helped to reduce some of the social isolation that people were experiencing. Next, we began creating curriculum for virtual programming. We put together packages of art supplies and anything else that people would need to stay engaged during these virtual offerings. As everyone got used to a new way of providing services, virtual opportunities continued to expand. Now we offer up to 13 classes a day to over 100 people engaging in art and music, fitness, history, self-advocacy, and much more. We have a creative team of staff who continue to think of new ways to make virtual programming engaging and fun. And I'm happy to say that now we're able to receive funding for these virtual services. During this time of change, we chose to add a new service called In-Home Family Supports. This is one-on-one supports provided to an individual in a person's family home. We're working to help the person deliver new skills to adapt to what is our new normal. This service is especially necessary at a time when families are spending more and more time together. It's important for all of us to find new ways to be connected to our community. Our state continued its process of turning the dials, and in June, we began to provide limited in-person services again. We have an extensive COVID-19 plan in place to make sure that all of these services are as safe as possible. We are thrilled to now be able to support a limited number of people in person, but due to the multiple complex health issues of the people we support, many remain at home for their safety. It will be a long road back to business as usual for MSS. This year has been challenging for everyone across our country, personally and economically. The disability field in Minnesota was hit extremely hard due to many months of zero revenue and continuing fixed cost for things like building rent, vehicle insurance, unemployment, and benefits for our staff that we had to furlough. As a result of the pandemic, unfortunately, some providers in the state had to make the difficult decision to close their doors permanently due to financial hardship. This is especially heartbreaking because some of these programs are in smaller communities where people with disabilities don't have other options for services and they have limited access to transportation so that they can access services in a different community. We are fortunate to have more financial resources than some of these providers, but even still, with all of the factors that I just spoke about, the pandemic has led MSS to experiencing our worst financial year in our 71-year history. Know that your donations are supporting an amazing staff team who never lost sight of the mission, even when they were uncertain about the future of their jobs. Their first concern was the health and well-being of the people that we support, and that continues as we are working to slowly and safely ramp our services back up. The people in our programs need us now to support them when they need it the most. Now we need you to be here for us to help us continue to provide innovative and creative essential services. Each year we have a fundraising theme, and this year's theme is health and wellness, which is fitting for a year like 2020. It includes programming options like rock climbing, karate, yoga, music, cooking, gardening, relationship building, and much more. These activities will help people maintain and improve their health and wellness physically, emotionally, and socially. In addition to these program options, we have a need to purchase new sanitizing equipment and personal protective equipment, things like masks and face shields, to ensure everyone's health and wellness. We have a big fundraising goal tonight of $100,000. Because we are virtual this year, our event costs are down, and all of the donations, including our sponsor dollars, are going to support health and wellness. The generous support of our sponsors means we have almost raised $40,000 towards that goal. We believe that with your help, we can reach $100,000 or more tonight. Please give online and remember to bid on the great auction items, including a private St. Croix River cruise, dinner created by Chef Josh, and commissioned artwork by some of our fantastic MSS artists. Last year was our 70th anniversary and the 20th anniversary of our Creative Arts program. The outpouring of support made last year's gala a record gala, raising over $113,000. The theme and special giving opportunity supported Art Enriches Lives. Now I would like to show you the impact some of your dollars have had over the past year. Your giving made such a positive difference in so many people's lives. Now I have the honor to introduce one of the people impacted by your generosity. Our next speaker is Amy McManus. Amy and I share an anniversary with MSS. We've both been with MSS 30 years this year. Amy is a very social person, enjoys gardening club, and has an amazing personality.
Amy, do you miss going to MSS? Yes. Can you tell us why?
9 I 2 20 205 204 I miss 4 9 6 495 my 3 2 2 3 3 2 3 2 4 huh plural 1 1 0 friends.
Could you miss your friends?
Thank you, Amy, and I look forward to when you can return to St. Paul and we can have an in-person conversation. Now I would like to introduce our auctioneer and partner for tonight, Katie Emholt Gabriel of Flattable Advancement. Katie has worked with us for many years. In addition to her commitment to local causes like MSS, Katie is involved in the community as a board member and a volunteer. Katie has made service trips to India, Guatemala, and Haiti. Katie, it's great to have you back with us again this year.
Thank you, Julie. I am honored to be back here with you again tonight. I am so impressed with how MSS has really stepped up to support all of our participants this year. Between the robust virtual programming, to delivering food and iPads and arts, and to supporting our participants through a new service for in-home family supports, MSS has done everything within their power to continue to live out our mission. I am so glad that you're joining us tonight, even from your living rooms, as this is going to be a significant fundraising event for MSS. Our goal is to raise $100,000. Now, I'd like to introduce Mike Juergens. Mike says he particularly enjoys textiles, pottery, biking with his mom, and working.
Can you introduce yourself and tell me when you started at MSS?
I started in '92.
How has it been staying home over the past few months?
It was hard for me. Glad to be back here at MSS. It's a home away from home for me.
What kinds of things did you miss about MSS?
Working, talking to friends. I mean, it keeps me out of trouble, for one, and two, it keeps me going.
Can you walk me through what your day looks like now that you're coming back in center?
I can show you. We would come here in the morning, and then we would, make sure that we fill out the paperwork that they need us to fill out. And then he takes our temperature to see what it is, to make sure it's not high. After that's done, we come down here. Now this is where we spend our day. We have sewing, we have weaving. Yes.
You can join the next one.
Because we're supposed to stay because, we don't want to catch the virus if someone else has it.
How far away do you have to stay from people?
6 inches. Or 6 feet.
6 feet. So my notes here, it says that you are a donor to MSS.
Yes.
Why do you think it's important that people donate money to MSS?
Because if we don't have money, if we don't have programs, I think it would be the right idea for the donors to keep donating so we have more programs, more people coming back.
Is there anything else you want to say?
No.
Thank you, Mike, for sharing the importance that MSS has had in your life. And thank you for being a donor as well. I couldn't have said it better myself. It is important that donors keep on donating so that we have more programs. Now I'd like you to take a look at a video that shows how MSS pivoted over this last year so that we can continue to serve our participants.
Hi, this is Sandra Thompson. This is my Uncle Joe. And Joe's been home from MSS for almost 5 weeks now. And we miss going to MSS, don't you, Joe?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what do you miss the most?
My friends,
Yep,
my artwork,
yep.
and my woodwork.
What's your name? Sam. Where do you go to work? Where do you work? MSS. So this is what you like to do usually when you come home from work at MSS?
Yeah.
Yeah, but because there's no MSS, you've been doing a lot of YouTube, haven't you? Yeah? You getting a little bored?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
Having to stay home because of COVID, how has that been?
Darling. It's so darling to stay home. I miss work, I miss my job. Yeah. I miss everything.
I miss the conversations with people. Actually talk with people and just have a conversation with them. Even saying hi, how's your day, or just saying goodbye.
Once we started offering all the Zoom classes and you got to see everybody and connect with people again, how did that make you feel?
Great, happy, excited. Not emotional.
It was great to look FORWAR. It was great to look forward to SOME something. Every DAY. It was great to look forward to something every day.
Hey, what's up? Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm so glad to be here. I'm Una Cornelius. Yeah, I know. I already told him your name. Oh, okay. Well, so what are we doing? Well, we're gonna share some good news stories. Cool.
We provide classes all day, starting at 9 a.m. until 4 p.m., sometimes until 5 p.m. It's such an amazing variety of classes. I think we do a lot of art and music.
That actually looks like me.
Yours looks like me too. You got the eyebrows so perfect.
We'll do virtual tours.
So this is Yosemite Falls. It is the highest waterfall in the park.
No way.
We have a Harry Potter book club.
And he'll be under the greatest headmaster Hogwarts ever had, Albus Dumbledore.
We'll play online games like Oregon Trail, where people have to make choices. We have 0 pounds of food.
Oh no, we don't have food.
We better buy some food. Fitness classes, dance classes, movement classes.
I didn't know there was a wig with bigger hair than mine, but there it is.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, good.
I just get so inspired by the music that I get carried away.
I think this whole thing with the virus too is probably a good example of why having social connection is so important, right?
Yeah.
Kayla, my friend.
I'm thankful for my dad, but I'm also thankful for all the new people that I'm getting to meet.
Yeah, I'm so thankful too. Kayla was somebody who I didn't know through MSS before quarantine. You're a wonderful new quarantine friend.
Even if you are getting out and doing things, we're still missing the MSS community of people, and we still want to see people. And you know, the coolest thing about this whole thing is that we have people from all over the agency joining these classes, getting to know each other that wouldn't have otherwise done. So we've got people in Egan that are making friends with people in Oakdale, and people in Brooklyn Park who are getting to know people in Apple Valley. I mean, it's awesome. And so then they look forward to each other, and they joke and they banter, and they're developing friendships that, you know, wouldn't have happened.
I mean, this is such an isolating time for all of us, where we can't see our friends, we can't see our family, we can't do a lot of activities. To have some structure, to have some opportunities to engage and to socialize and to try new things has been huge. You know, seeing Sam come onto these classes, and he has a huge smile on his face when you play his favorite songs, and you can tell that he is really engaged in certain classes and looks forward to seeing different friends, and the discourse between him and other people who are really getting to know him and making space for him in these classes is really powerful. I think it's easy for people to think, you know, oh, maybe people who don't use words to communicate won't get as much out of these, and I've just seen the complete opposite in how it's translated in those Zoom classes. You know, people are really engaged, really smiling. It's different than just watching a YouTube video. It is engaging. The facilitators we have offering this are doing such a nice job of making space for everyone, and everyone feels like they belong, like they're part of this community.
What should our song be about, guys?
MSS is
the best. Do you think that should be our refrain?
Yeah.
MSS is
the best.
Something about how we're beating COVID, maybe, or how about we're kicking butt or something like that?
One person who comes to mind is Josh. One of my favorite memories is teaching the straight out of MSS rap songwriting class. And I knew he was interested in rap music, but I didn't really know that he was a poet, and these just amazing lyrics came pouring out of him.
I have a great flow. They call me J-Wolf because I'll grab the mics and tear apart like a werewolf. MSS is the best we can test. For cardiac arrest, now I'm late to rest in my heart and chest.
All together, one last time. Ready, set, go. Ha, ha, ha.
That's what
is so great about being able to use music is it just naturally encompasses everyone.
So I'm gonna need somebody to read.
It seems like Patrick doesn't need the lyrics. Should we try without the lyrics first?
Yes. Woo!
Ellen, you know, her and her dad are working together to get a tambourine on her foot. And so she's tapping along and then she's able to be a leader in this musical setting.
You sing it one more time, okay? Go for it. Disability rights. Yeah. Is it okay if I change it to the way you're singing it? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Disability rights. Disability rights. Hey, disability rights. Hey, hey, hey. Disability rights.
It has been really nice to be supporting people in person again. It looks different, you know, it's a lot more safety oriented, it's a lot more masks, social distance, and you just see people feeling happy being outside of their homes and being able to rejoin a community again.
So when they called you and said that you were able to come back to MSS, how did you feel?
Oh, I'm glad you asked me that, Paul. I was excited to come back.
Can you tell me more about that or why you were excited?
Well, because I love MSS, and I haven't told you this, but I said, you know how I live in a group home?
Yep.
Well, I feel like MSS is my second home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's valuable for them. I think like it's valuable for me. It impacts their day like it has impacted mine, in that it fills my day with music and fun and learning. I'm developing relationships with people because someone on the other side is listening to me and asking me questions and talking to me.
It's like we're community-wise and we can come together at times to talk about what's going on in the world and basically what we can do to help change it too.
And I could do this all day. I could go from 9 until 4 or 5 and have somebody there who's happy to see me, who wants to engage me in whatever the class is doing.
They treat me good here, and I feel like I'm loved here.
It's been incredibly meaningful to me to have this community, even though it is virtual. It's still effective and important to me.
Hey, thanks everyone for being here today to do the good news report. Yeah, thanks a lot. It's been a real pleasure, and I'm glad Joe let us co-host the show.
Can you guys come back again sometime? I think you're a hit.
Where? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll come back. No problem.
All right, cool. Well, there you have it.
Now we need your help. This is the moment that we can make the biggest difference together. We are counting on you to help us hit our goal of raising $100,000. When we hit that goal, we'll be able to fund the health and wellness programs such as rock climbing, karate, yoga, music, dance, cooking, gardening, so much more, plus providing the necessary PPE for us to continue the in-center services and provide any sort of personal contact. These health and wellness activities are critical to the health and wellness of the people we support on a social, emotional, and physical basis. I invite you to give generously to health and wellness at MSS. As you heard earlier, the pandemic hit us hard. We had months without revenue. Because of that, we need you now more than ever. So I invite you to dig really deep and give at a level that's meaningful to you. I am thrilled to share that Becky Butler has stepped up with a generous gift of $5,000 tonight. Thank you so much for your leadership, Becky. Who would like to join Becky with a $5,000 donation? $5,000 will support 1 full week of our virtual classes. We, as you heard, have put together 13 virtual classes that are very robust on a daily basis that we offer our participants. Please help us with a donation of $5,000. Our next level is $2,500. $2,500 helps support the cost of personal protective equipment that's needed for us to keep our centers open. We sanitize everything before and after use, and the vehicles are sanitized between each occupant. And then there's masks and all of the different sanitizers that are needed. It really adds up. So please, if you can, give a gift of $2,500. And I'm thrilled to say that we have a generous gift of $2,500 from Jim and Karen Clapper. Thank you, Jim and Karen, for your generous gift. We also have a generous gift of $2,000 from Tom and Debbie Lyman. Thank you, Tom and Debbie, for your gift with us tonight. Moving on to the $1,000 level, who would be able to join us with a gift of $1,000? I encourage you to dig really deep and stretch yourself and give $1,000 tonight. How about $500? A $500 gift makes a huge impact. Please give $500 if you can. Or is $250 your lucky number? Please join us at the $250 level. Our last level is $100. We would love to have 100% participation tonight by everybody viewing. So if you can, give $100. Or if you've already given already, just hit that button one more time. If you'd like to give an amount that I haven't asked for specifically, you can do so as well online. Otherwise, if you'd rather give by check or another means, please give us a call tonight to let us know your pledge. We have staff standing by until 9 p.m. The mailing address will be on the screen here in a few moments, and the phone number as well. So we'd love to help you make that significant gift to MSS. The event is coming to a close, but it isn't over yet. Keep donating and bidding because every single bid and donation counts. The auction is open until 9 p.m. Thank you so much for your generosity. Now I'd like to do the drawing for the registration prize. It's a print by the talented Soon Y. The winner is Stephen Pizinger. Stephen will email you to arrange the collection of this amazing piece of art. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your generosity tonight. I'd like to welcome back our President and CEO, Julie.
Thank you, Katie, for helping us raise so much for health and wellness programs. Thank you to everyone for your generous giving tonight. I am so grateful to have such a generous community. Know that we will do great things with the new resources that you just gave us. The auction closes at 9 p.m. tonight, and while you can make a gift to MSS at any time, we hope you felt inspired to give today. On behalf of all of the individuals we support and their families who will be impacted by your generosity, thank you and good night.